Sit tight for this one. This is a lesson in unrequited love. And unrequited love basically means that this is not equal give and take, right? And it is a karmic relationship status for many people. And I just learned that the core wounding within this karmic cycle of unrequited love has to do directly with ourself. So for many of us, especially in society today, and this actually stems back from past lives, personally for me here, okay? Where this actually even goes back into like the burning times with like the witch hunts and things of that sort, okay? Because back in those days, they weren't burning witches. They were burning women. They were burning intuition. They were burning the feminine power. They were burning the medicine woman, the healer. Okay, they burnt the holistic approach, the pagan approach, right? Because Christianity took over and all this religion and all this kind of, I'm not going to go deep into that 101 as I said that, okay? So this is being mirrored into today's societal standards, right? The loss of the feminine energy, the acceptance, the understanding, the intuition, the healing, okay? The unconditional love, the empathy, the compassion, right? We all know well and clear that this is a masculine run world, right? So at the end of the day, many of us that are in this unrequited love cycle, okay, is because we have been silenced within our intuition, within the feminine energy, right? So an unrequited love situation means that I'm giving, right? And then I'm in this programming where I need to fight for what I love, right? Because many of us, like if you can track back and if it resonates in the past life, analysis or the theory here, because I know that's real for me, we had to silence our devotion to that feminine energy, right? We had to silence that expression, right? So for me, I'm dealing with silence of love. It's unrequited love. It's silence, right? I've been sitting in silence of devotion. No one's chosen to devote themselves to me because I was in the narrative that I had to silence my devotion to self, right? So when we are living in that mirror, that direct reflection, right? So I had to silence my devotion to myself, to my inner power, to my healing abilities, right? I could not choose. I had to silence myself. So then that's mirrored back out to me that devotion is then silenced towards me. That feminine energy, that emotional flow, that acceptance, right? That love, it's silenced towards me. Because I was sitting in here and I'm working through this because in this current life right now, I came into that karmic relationship with my father, right? So I was born into this, right? To heal this specific unrequited wound, right? This karmic relationship. So my dad is highlighting that for me, right? Because it was unrequited from birth, right? It was silence. I was orphaned from love from the very beginning of this lifetime. But because I carried over the wound of unrequited love, right? I carried over the silence within myself. So I'm speaking on this because many of us are living in this today. It has everything to do with the feminine nature, our feminine, authentic expression. Okay, so if you, 333, are dealing with unrequited love cycles, mirror it right back to you. It has to be devotion back to self because we were programmed. There is a narrative where we have to fight for what we love because that's another layer of the unrequited love, right? Many of us will sit in the silence and we'll sit in the things and believe that we have to fight for something, right? I in my childhood waited for my father to make effort towards me. I waited for him to stand up for me, right? I waited for my dad to fight for me. And because that never happened, I then learned. I stepped into the masculine energy. I became the chaser. I became the one who took initiative. I became the one that said, okay, if I want to receive love, I'm the one that has to take action on it, right? So that's when I became a people pleaser. That's when I became an overgiver. Right? Do you see how this is all playing out because of the absence of the feminine energy, because of the lack of devotion that we have spiritually, right? Energetically been not only, built within this society, in this life, right? But multiple lives. Many of us have this kind of like Celtic knot. It's an unraveling, right? Where we need to forgive those past lifetimes where people made us silence ourselves. This is men and women alike. The love that we received from those lifetimes where we had to silence ourselves is just now being mirrored back to us, to open ourselves back up to the feminine energy. I love you, baby. And it happens with us right now, and then teaching future generations to be open, to be empathic, to be accepting, understanding, compassionate, right? So these things are coming into play right now through this great, massive awakening, right? The third eye. Wakey, wakey.